Right, another movie review for you. And this movie is at number 97 in my top 100 movies of all time. And it's The Silence of the Lambs, released in 1991. It was directed by Jonathan Demme, and it stars Anthony Hopkins, Jodie Foster, Scott Glenn, Ted Levine, and Anthony Held. The success of this movie stemmed from a great script and Demme's ability to switch the mood from a thriller to a horror flick in the same scene. Of course, the two central performances from Hopkins as Dr. Hannibal Lecter and Foster as Agent Clarice Starling dominate the movie, and their relationship held the key to solving the crimes by the serial killer nicknamed Buffalo Bill, creepily played by Ted Levine, who has a striking resemblance to Iggy Pop. But for me, the scenes between Lecter and Starling together had the magnetism, and will be remembered long after the final curtain. The first meeting in the asylum laid the groundwork for the psychological chess match that evolved between them. Lecter's verbal assault on Starling's credibility landed the first punch, but her vulnerability and humanity enables Lecter's guard to drop as he gives her clues about Buffalo Bill. The horror emerged through Lecter's glare and vitriol. Subsequent meetings at the asylum and later at the government building leads to the quid pro quo motto that satisfies both of their desires and intentions. Emotional scars are told by Starling, and Lecter nurtures her with understanding. Lecter breaks patient confidentiality, and Starling reaps the rewards on the investigation. The film was also very graphic in its depiction of how a psychopath behaves and how his victims are left, and they do shock. However, my view is that the discomfort for the viewer comes from listening to Lecter's observations and descriptions. Here lies the real horror. If the thought of human flesh cooked and washed down with wine is your forte, then this film is for you. The tension and fear is put on max near the final scenes in the dilapidated house, and this will keep you on the edge of your seat. There's also a clever twist at the end, as we are reminded that freedom can mean different things to different people, and old habits can be re-established no matter how barbaric. Happy viewing. The movie swept the board at the Oscars, winning for the best film, best director, best actor, best actress, and best adapted screenplay. So you'd be foolish not to see it. It's also worth repeat viewings. I recently watched it for the 4th time, and I didn't take a bathroom break.